Welcome back to the colony. My name is Pat Clear, and the march of civilization continues ever onwards for our intrepid band of colonists here, despite the day's best attempts at stopping that from happening. Yeah, Gideon had close call with Order and DT. Luckily, we found a lung for them, so that's great. And the hallway of traps has been holding up rather well so far. Yeah, we need to replenish those traps, and maybe add some extra defenses, so I think that's what we're going to be doing today. And if you want to catch up with the series, there's a playlist in the cards where you can do exactly that. Well, I guess Bowman has to deal with mad ibex. Just keep running the other way, Bowman. Somehow, Bowman is able to outrun the ibex, so that's great. So that takes care of that one. Finish it off. So it can't come back to being an issue again. Well, we can finally make multi-analyzers now, so that's great. And I guess we just have a pet horse now, so that's great. Right, it needs a pen now. Well, it was going to happen either way. I guess I just have to set this area up as a pen now. And let's make it a steel pen. And that's a sterile materials research completed, so we can now make our own hospital, so that's great. Lewis is off on a food binge. The Felstrom was reparation deprived. Yeah, I think we might need to set up an entertainment place for the colonists. Well, we can now make a Devil Strand farm of that, so that's great. If we had a Devil Strand farm. And I guess it's Starry's turn for a food binge. The Felstrom was moderate psychic drone. Literally nothing I can do about that one. And that's a fishing research completed, so that's nice. So that's fundamentals for the robotics research completed, along with Mufflo self-taming. So we need to put Mufflo 1 into the pen at some point. Well, those poor combat suppliers are gonna have to fend off a manhunter pad for us. And it's red foxes. 42 of them to be exact. I don't think I got the trash for that yet. All colonists report for active combat duty. We've got hostiles inbound. And that's the unfortunate reality of it. And yeah, poor Bowman. Always stuck outside when stuff like this is happening. Oh well, at least we're going to be getting a ton of level ups from this. And just let's make sure I can have everybody at least above 0 constitution, which I do. And yep, red foxes have made it into the pen. And that poor Mufflo is straight in the way. Well, Gideon got dinged by a red fox. Starry's turn to get dinged by a red fox. Starry, get out of there. Well, Starry's downed. Ruby's turn. Well, I guess her daughter is gonna be busy, and that's Octave here. Stabilize, then stabilize on Starry as well. Actually, which one of you is worse off? Let's see, death in 16, no immediate danger, so Octave don't take care of Starry first. And then Ruby. And of course, Gideon is death in 20 hours. You know what, I guess Hums can help Octave out as the tawny doctor. And of course, there's a conversion ritual going on while Gideon is bleeding out. Go figure. Death in 19 hours, by the way. And immediately right after the Red Fox invasion, we got a hostile raid from Ordo. All combat-capable colonists, report for active combat duty. We got hostiles inbound. Sorry, where are your weapons? Oh, you just have a machine pistol. Right, because your pump shotgun is sitting on the floor. Don't pick it up. As for the rest of you, go deal with this batch of raiders over here. Lucky it's gonna be one of those raids that didn't bring any ranged options with them. If I can select a person, like so. See, all melee, no ranged, so that's great for us. And Bowman is already within range. Really got ahead of yourself, didn't you, Bowman? Well, the first rider is downed. Now, will there be a second one going down? Hopefully. Well, that batch of raiders is dealt with. Where are the other batches? Down here, I guess. And we would come within engagement range for the raiders. Well, that one is fleeing. Just let him leave. Right, so the raiders are just beginning their assault on their own, without us triggering it. Gee, I sure hope nobody sets out the Muffalo herd. Because that would be dumb. But also kind of unavoidable at this range. Especially at the range you need for pump shotguns, and I guess that's one of the major flaws with them. Alright, so first blood goes to us. So that's right. Right, I'm gonna move you back a bit. And the first raider goes down. Good! Second raider is downed. Now, will there be a third time's a charm if at getting them to, well, go away, to say the least. And yep, third time's a charm. Right, you lot can just go back home. And that's the simple logic for the robotics research completed, so that's the tier 2 unit, so that's nice. Oh wait, never mind, that's tier 1. Basic logic is tier 2, which is next. And that's the basic logic research completed, so now we actually have tier 2 robots, so that's great. And now we can make our own haulers, so that's great. Well, we can now make our own builder bots, so that's great, that we can have some extra hands around the colony for that. Well, that's the tractor robot research completed. Well, now we have to go say sorry for some man muffalo that, happened. One's down. What about that other one? Right, so turns out Stargate was, packing enough firepower to deal with that mess on their own, so that's right. Oh no, I should have had, Starry stay in the base. Well, run back to the base. Maybe not this way. Yeah, this is one of those, moments where you, regret not paying any attention to the game. Oh well, it is what it is. So, Autonomous, report for active combat duty. We've got hostiles inbound. Well, I guess Sorry's gonna have a whole bunch of level ups for this. Actually, get out there and go save Sorry from the Muffalo herd. It is now angry, even though they're the ones who started this fight. Oh dear. And Sorry went down. Ruby, you're actually setting this one out. Go save, Sorry from the Muffalo herd, please. Shouldn't be too hard since there's only 4. Well, at least, Sorry isn't, bleeding out, so that's nice. And that's the last of the Muffalo herd. Right, go back to whatever you're doing. Don't save Sorry. First came the animal, flu, for the herd. Muffalo 1, is dealing with that one. And of course, the blight on the plants. Go figure. And that's detection bot research completed, so that's right. What else to throw on? Oh, hey, Omni robots. I rarely mess around with those. Where's the multi-barrel weapons? Ah, down over there. That should be after gas operations, I think. Advancing for your power plant so we can have power all day, every day. Regardless of, if it's windy or sunny out. Oh yes, my old friend, the mortar. What else to research? Well, I guess marine armor can go on the list since we actually need some form of armor for Autonomous, and bionic replacements, and toxin filtration, just in case we run into any organ decay. Well, I guess we just had some pet goats now, so that's straight. And that's the Omni Robotics research completed, so that's straight. And Ruby gets a heart attack. Not great. Mate, that's your job. Rest you. And yeah, don't tend to Ruby, please. Yeah, I think I might need to find a new heart, Ruby. Or well, make them myself. And that's the gas operation research completed. Onwards to fabrication. And then bionic replacements after that. Well, we had the first builder bot in this space, so that's straight. And that's the fabrication research completed, so that's straight that we can now make our own components. And now we have to deal with the method structure. Alright, it's in the middle of the base, so Holmes, that's your job. Since, you're the closest. And that takes care of that. And now we can, make our own bionic replacements for, things like parts. Which is great. Well, I think it's high time to get the underground another poke. Well, looks like we got some free silver ores, so that's great. Right all the way down here. Yoink! Well, looks like we got a transport pod crashing in from the heavens, and, what they call us, it has a relationship with one of our colonists. Knew it's his stepmom is paying us a visit. Let's see, now. Octave, that's your job. Stabilize! Right. Anyway, there was a good reason for a second bedroom, rather a spare one. And it's for instances like this. Right, so stabilize and rescue. Well, I wonder wants to join, Red Zart. Press that melee, it's still level 11. You know what, sure. Let's see if there's any health issues with you first. Nope. Impid, so you're actually pretty decent. Slow learner, though. Oh well, I guess we can work around that. Well, I guess, Lewis's stepmom has decided to just leave. Alright. Well, after, she recovers. Well, looks like we got this state this time around. And it's already collapsing. Lovely. Looks like we got hostiles to worry about this time around. Oh dear. Anything actually good, though? Nope, not really. Although there's another cave entrance over here. Hippity hoppity claim. And, you want to get down there and don't clear out the, bugs. Right after, you all gather up, at the entrance. Because Bowen almost got, almost got eaten by the bugs. Alrighty then, now that you're all here, enter. Hi! Start backing up. And that takes care of that threat. Somebody go finish that off, please. And I think that's gonna be you, Octave. The rest of you, go clear out that hive. Right, so that takes care of you. And now we're going to head up to the other hive. Ancient Crystal Sleep cast it. So maybe there is something good in there. Alright, Bowman, you're, way too ahead of the rest of the crew. Did he kinda need, down here? Well, I guess we're just playing Helldivers now. Alright, that hive is taken care of, so that's right. Somebody go out and fetch those. Alright, you two. One of you is going to open the, ancient crystalline casket, and, oh, no, it was an enemy. Well, that's what I get. And never mind, because, they're kind of dead. Ooh, hey! Tap starter bomb. Good quality. Damage 10, stopping power 8, range 17. Anyways, I'm gonna take it. Let's see, now, Exetive. Take this scatterbow because that's the only thing down here I'm actually interested in. And also that advanced component. And now we can exit. Well, that's the multi-barrel weapon, so that's great that we can now make our own mini-guns. Well, looks like we got some new lovers. Onion and gotten together. And that's the advanced geothermal power research completed, so that's great. The Manhunter pack, on the other hand, is not great. Oh yeah, it's grizzly bears. Well, I hope I have enough traps in the hallway to deal with that mess. But just in case I don't, I'll call us report for active combat duty. We've got hostiles inbound. It's set for you starting since you don't have a weapon. Yep. I guess I did have enough traps in the hallway. Yeah, I think sorry just to go back to the surface from digging out that cave entrance. And straight into a heat wave, too. 101 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, Ruby and Marion got into a bit of a social spat over religion. Alright, you lot, you're heading down there to the cave. And of course there's a metronoid cluster. Why wouldn't there be a metronoid cluster? Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend that metronoid cluster doesn't exist. Alright, so that's the cave entrance dugout. Marion. Let's just see what's inside. Alright, just 5 components, I guess. Going to components, that's a cave. And I think this is the part where I realize that I need a ton of, mortars. And actual armor to deal with this mess. Well, now we've got a med-time raid. I wonder if those two raids will interact. Luckily it's one of those raids that will, sit around and wait for us to, prep. So I guess I'm gonna lock the door and pretend the outside world doesn't exist right now because, functionally speaking, right now, it really doesn't. At least not to me. And of course there's a circuit chip. All at the same time, by the way. And this is the part where I wish I had been stockpiling, reinforced barrels at this entire time. Just to deal with this, hot mess of a situation I'm in. Well, it looks like the Medtime is beginning their assault, and I'm finishing up the turrets. At this exact moment. And yeah, not enough, traps for the mechanoids. Hopefully I've got enough turrets. Fortunately, it's a, looks like the Holly of Traps is doing its job of weakening the mechanoids. Well, that one's, offline now, so that's right. Yeah, I really need to build a better Holly of Traps. That's what this has taught me. Luckily, we are holding out now. And now we have to deal with the Centurion. How lovely! Fortunately, it's trying to hit every single trap on the way here. And it never even made it past the last one. Good! Redstone has decided to hide in the room. The first one was outside the drone. Okay, literally nothing I can do for you there. Well, Bowman went off on a tantrum, and we have also finished the nuclear power research, so that's right. The first round was jealous of Sari's bedroom. Alright. You two have the same bedroom, by the way. Though I suppose Sari's bed is made out of marble and is good quality. And there goes an electric tailor bench. Oh well, it is what it is. Those things are a dime a dozen these days. So, yeah, they're kind of easy to replace. Well, if you're ordering what's in the second level, well, this is it. Yep, this is all we got. Thanks to the robots getting it out, so that's nice. Of course, it has shallow water, so Red Rat has decided to go out for a swim over here. And this is the part where we realize that the joys might be a bit stuck. Yep, they're stuck. That's it, don't work. Does that fix it? No, it doesn't. Well, recalling them all fix it. Nope. I guess they're stuck. Well, I guess while they're down there, they might as well just dig it out, all of it. The ironic part is that they actually found some steel down there. Oh well. Well, there's a marriage on between Gideon and Rat. I think you two are going to get married by the farm. Oh, you two doobers. I think we just need to accept that those droids are just lost. And, well, this table is collapsing. In the meantime, while the table is collapsing, Lewis, go to the common supplier and pick up some reinforced barrels so we can show the mechanoid threat from afar. Because I think my colonists are rather sick of dealing with that sighted ship. And it all comes tumbling down and down. Faster and faster, and there goes the cave. Well, looks like somebody woke up the mechanoids from the sighted ship. Hopefully they get the memo and head towards the base. A reveal, and I think that was the mechanoids' fault. Oh, Omni Robot, tier 2-1, you fool. Lock everybody behind Area 1 that can be locked behind Area 1. And pretend the outside world doesn't really exist right now, because right now, it really doesn't. Rip Omnibot tier 2-1. Let's go make another. Sorry. You know what? I think I'm just running go with LMGs for right now instead of pump shotguns. So yeah, that's what we're making. Well, we've had a breach in the defenses. That's proving the need for more hollow-up traps. Or at least a bigger one. Luckily, I think the turrets had this one covered. Yeah, good thing I built those turrets. Because now that set speed gunner that made it past the traps is offline now. Well, I guess the mechanoids are going to be fighting the Muffalo herd that went mad. Nope, they didn't get the memo to just go in on us. Oh well, it is what it is. And now you have a manhunter pack. Lovely! Well, lots of doors and pretend the outside world doesn't exist right now because functionally speaking, it doesn't! And oh yeah, the manhunter pack ran into the mechanoids. And yep, it was all crows. And they're still not moving in on the base. Oh well. I think this is we have to get the artillery up and running for that one. Alright, we can just make the artillery ourselves. Although I'm missing the stuff for the high explosive barrels, or rather the ammunition. Oh well, it is what it is. Get the motor down over here. And yeah, I guess we're moving biofuel refining up to the front of the queue. And Order wants a siege with us. I think they're gonna run head first into the Metroids first. Not on one, of course. Nope, I was wrong. And of course, they're shelling these storage facilities. Why wouldn't they shell it? Oh dear. Well, I'm gonna have to reinstall this somewhere else. I needed to buy some order shells. Right, Red Rats isn't capable. Anyways, that's your job. Nope. We do have the first LMG though. And it just says going to Red Straz. And Red Straz got nailed by some artillery. Lovely. Well, sorry and Ruby both got nailed by artillery. Marian, go rescue them both. And home pseudo out to Ruby. Oh yeah, I know some travelers decided to pay us a visit. And, well, it ended predictably. And now the storeroom is on fire. And patching for Ruby. Not good. Well, all this is doing is encouraging me to replace the walls of our production facility with some batstone, which doesn't burn. Alright, we don't have a orbital trade beacon anymore, so we can't trade with the combat supplier in orbit. So somebody to replace that. Right, so that takes care of that issue. No high explosives, but I do spy with the Mylan lie at reinforced barrel. If only we could actually afford it, which we can't. I guess I'm just gonna swap the scatterbow since I'm not gonna use it. And some gold so we can afford a little, at least one more reinforced barrel. Well, that's biofuel refining finally sorted out, so we can now make our own high explosive shells. Well, there's a boat dress trader that's coming in to save us from the siege, so that's convenient. Anyway, the people laying siege to my colony just left, so that's great. On that note, I think this is a pretty good stopping point for this video, so like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video and its playlist. All over social media if you want to help out the channel and the algorithm for free. And if you want to support the channel financially, there's a link to my Ko-Fi in the description below where you can do exactly that for as little as $1 a month. And you get your name on the credit screen for that. Yeah, it's a Patreon alternative if you're wondering what Ko-Fi is. Along with some other bonus links that will also support the channel, and it's greatly appreciated. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. Bye!